Remember, we talked about, if it fails, what else do you do? Well, you escalate, you escalate, you escalate. Well, you could turn around and say, well, escalation isn't the answer. But there's no one telling him to do that as far as I can tell. And I certainly don't see great evidence for people standing up in the Department of Defense and telling him, sir, this is not going to work. And if you do this, we could end up in a much wider war with a lot of other people. And by the way, we mentioned escalation beyond the borders of the Eastern Hemisphere. In other words, could there be escalation here in the Western Hemisphere against us? And the answer is yes. The drug cartels, which have always been the real threat to us in Mexico, are for hire, and they have an interest in seeing to it that they continue to move drugs and people back and forth across our borders and coastal waters. So could they possibly cooperate with Iran? Absolutely, without question. There are already Hezbollah chapters down in Mexico. They've never taken any action against us, but they exist. The Sunni chapters, the ISIS / Al Qaeda, Al Nusra crowd, they've been much more active in Mexico. But all of these things could blow up in our faces inside our country. They could destroy our refineries, our oil infrastructure. What about our nuclear power plants? Could they cause accidents there? And there are a whole range of things. And we have not done what we need to do to secure our own infrastructure. We started under Obama, and Obama diverted all of the money that was supposed to go into modernization of the power grid and other things into the pockets of his campaign supporters. So we didn't get much out of it. We really do need to pay attention to our own domestic infrastructure, particularly our electrical grid, our power grid. So yeah, I think that could happen.